Welcome to day 10 on our Shadow Work series. Make sure that you're somewhere comfortable and quiet and that you have your supplies that you need with you. Today's question that we're going to think about is, what are some negative thought patterns that you have noticed about yourself? How can you break free from these patterns? I talk to a lot of people, and I think it's fairly common that a lot of us are prone to have some negative self-talk, and usually that stems from our childhood because the things that our parents would say to us or the adults around us, their voices end up becoming our inner voice, and it takes a lot of retraining our brains to kind of stop that. And I myself have had to work really hard on that. So when you start thinking about the questions, think about too, were there things that possibly happened in the past, or someone who has a high influence on you that perhaps spoke to you negatively, gave you those negative thought patterns, and they've just continued all these years? And what can you do to stop them? How can you break those patterns? So acknowledge that and write it out. And maybe there's ways that you can think of yourself that would be helpful to stop it when it starts up. I know that for me, for a long time, for many years, when that negative voice would start creeping up in my head, I would just tell it to stop, and I'd think about 3 positive things and focus in on those 3 positive things and how they would make me feel. And I can't say it's 100% gone away. I still struggle with it at times, but it doesn't happen nearly as often as it used to. It doesn't happen daily like it used to. And I don't pick myself apart as much as I used to. So those are all things to think about and consider as you start writing. And then make sure that you give it some time and then look it back over so you can process all of it. Write as much as you can, as much as comes to mind. And it's good to acknowledge those things from the past and what can be done to overcome it and stop it. Thank you for joining me.